Welcome to the world of extreme sound. Today, we'll explore the top 10 loudest animals in the world, breaking down their earth-shattering sounds, how loud they really are, and what makes these animals the kings and queens of noise in the wild. Let's dive into these incredible creatures and their deafening calls. First, the sperm whale holds the title for one of the loudest creatures on the planet, producing clicks that reach an astonishing 230 decibels. To put that into perspective, that's significantly louder than a jet engine, which typically produces about 140 decibels. These powerful sounds allow sperm whales to communicate and navigate the dark depths of the ocean, using echolocation to detect objects and prey from vast distances. These clicks can travel over 16 kilometers underwater. Not only do these clicks serve a practical purpose, but they are also strong enough to potentially stun prey like squid, making them highly effective hunters in the deep sea. Secondly, at 188 decibels, the blue whale is recognized as the loudest vocal animal on Earth. Its deep, booming calls can travel across the ocean for up to 1,600 kilometers, allowing these massive mammals to communicate with each other even when they are separated by vast distances. These calls are often compared to the noise levels of a rocket launch and are used primarily during mating season or to signal distress. While their sounds are deafening, they are generally too low-pitched for human ears to hear naturally, which adds an element of mystery to their underwater vocalizations. Thirdly, it may be small, but the snapping shrimp is a powerhouse when it comes to sound. This tiny marine creature can create a sound of 218 decibels, louder than a gunshot. It achieves this remarkable feat by snapping its claw at such a high speed that it creates a bubble which, when it collapses, produces a shock wave and a sound louder than anything else in its vicinity. Though the sound doesn't travel far, just a few meters, it is used to defend territory and to stun prey. The shrimp's sound is so powerful it can even interfere with sonar systems, making it a force to be reckoned with despite its small size. Fourthly, howler monkeys are known for their impressive vocal abilities, and their calls can reach 140 decibels, as loud as a rock concert. These loud calls can be heard from 5 kilometers away and are mainly used to mark territory and communicate with other members of their troop. Male howler monkeys, in particular, have a specialized hyoid bone near their vocal cords that amplifies their roars, making them the loudest land animal in the jungle. These howls serve as an important survival mechanism, helping the monkeys avoid physical confrontation by establishing dominance through sound alone. Fifthly, though not commonly associated with loud noises, the Bulldog Bat is another sonic marvel of nature. Its echolocation calls, used for hunting and navigation, can reach 140 decibels. These high-pitched ultrasonic calls are beyond human hearing, but they help the bat navigate with precision in total darkness. Unlike many other animals, the sounds these bats produce are incredibly focused and travel only short distances, just enough for them to detect prey like fish in the water below. Despite their loudness, the fact that these calls are ultrasonic keeps them silent to our ears, creating a stealthy and effective predator in the night sky. Sixthly, the kakapo, a large, flightless parrot native to New Zealand, is another loud caller, with its booming mating calls reaching up to 132 decibels. That's about as loud as a chainsaw, and these low-frequency calls can travel over 5 kilometers. During the breeding season, male kakapos inflate their chest and produce a series of deep, resonating booms to attract females. Since kakapos are nocturnal and live in dense forests, their loud calls are essential for finding mates across vast areas. These booms are so distinctive that they're often the only clue to the presence of this rare and critically endangered species. Seventhly, lions are famous for their powerful roars, which can reach 114 decibels, comparable to the sound of a chainsaw or a rock concert. A lion's roar is not only loud, but can be heard from up to 8 kilometers away. This deafening roar serves several purposes. It helps lions communicate with their pride, maintain dominance over their territory, and ward off intruders. Male lions, in particular, use their roars to assert control over a territory and intimidate rival males. What makes their roar so formidable is the unique structure of their vocal cords, which allows them to produce a deep, resonating sound without expending much energy. Eighthly, bush crickets, also known as katydids, might be small, but their calls are impressively loud, reaching up to 105 decibels, similar to the sound of a power mower. Males produce these sounds by rubbing their wings together, a process called stridulation, in order to attract females. Although their sound doesn't travel very far, typically a few meters, it's designed to be loud and clear to potential mates. This sound-making technique is so effective that the bush cricket holds the title for one of the loudest insects in the animal kingdom. Ninthly, the oilbird is an unusual nocturnal bird that uses echolocation to navigate through the dark caves where it lives. Its high-pitched clicks can reach up to 100 decibels, which is as loud as a jet flyover. These calls are primarily used for navigation rather than communication, as the oilbird is one of the few birds that use echolocation to avoid obstacles in complete darkness. While these sounds may be deafening up close, they only need to travel a few meters to fulfill their purpose, making the oilbird a fascinating example of convergent evolution in the animal kingdom. At last, despite being just a few millimeters long, the water boatman is the loudest animal relative to its body size. It produces sounds reaching 99 decibels by rubbing its penis against its abdomen, a method called stridulation. This sound is used to attract mates and, despite the animal's tiny size, can be heard through water. Though the sound doesn't travel far, it is incredibly loud when measured in terms of body size, making the water boatman an acoustic marvel of the insect world. From the thundering roars of the lion to the surprising snaps of a tiny shrimp, these animals demonstrate the incredible power of sound in nature. Thanks for watching.